Hello everybody, ArashiYT here, your coach of the Groningen Noctowls, bringing you week 5 of the BBL Season 3 as we take on Sparks the God, coach of the Puffy Pachirisus. But before we're going to dive into the match itself, I'm going to address the trades that I've done starting from week 5. And I also made a trade with another coach, and that is starting from week 7. And the reason I'm addressing it in this video and not in a separate video is it's easier for me to just address it in this week, because making a separate video of just me telling about the trades and why, I can just, you know, show you guys the trades that I did, or in this case just tell you guys the trades that I did and maybe a quick summary of why. But the Pokemon that I dropped are Mega Scizor, Reuniclus and Rhydon. Mega Scizor because it's just not working out for me, and I had an option for a much faster Mega which would work much more for my team. And me having a Sun team, like kind of a Sun team with like Torkoal and also Maractus, Mega Scizor was kind of weak if you saw the whole team synergy. So Mega Scizor is gone. Reuniclus, last week we did amazing stuff with Reuniclus, but I wanted a Psychic type that was a little bit more offensive wise. So with the trade for Mega Scizor, I also had some room to bring another Psychic type in who can actually be of use of that, and Rhydon, because Rhydon was not my first option when it comes to the draft, because I wanted another ground type that can put up the Stealth Rocks and be much more offensive wise, and that mon went available 2 weeks ago, so that was the reason why I decided to do the whole draft. That mon is Piloswine, so that's why Piloswine is now in my team. I think the team that had it before me was Leo, coach of the Durham Dragons, if I'm not mistaken. I was very annoyed that I didn't got to pick Piloswine in the draft itself. That was the only mon that I really got sniped in that draft. So I'm happy that I got Piloswine right now for the rest of the season, because I love this mon. It's one of the most unique, well, not most unique, but it's one of the best ice type in my honest opinion when it comes to do the stuff that he does. And I just like the mon, like put an Evilite on it and it just does a lot of stuff. Then I picked Mega Medicam because Mega Medicam is just a much better Mega for my playstyle, much better Mega for this team. So that's why Mega Medicam is also here. We also drafted Alakazam, or we traded in Alakazam because I needed a heavily, like I needed another Psychic type that does more power on the special offensive side, and Alakazam does that. Plus it's also a Pokemon that's quite speedy. The same goes for Mega Medicam. Like, they're not the best when it comes to speed, but they're better than I had before in this draft. And we also picked up Seviper because I wanted to use Seviper, and Seviper is a poison type that I can kinda have some fun with it, and you will see that in this match because I am bringing Seviper as well as Piloswine and Mega Medicam in this match against the Puffy Pachirisus. And from week 7 we will be trading off Hariyama for Frostless to the Montreal Milotics. Matt, he came to me and he said like, hey, can I trade my Frostless for your Hariyama, because I really wanted Hariyama. And I was like, you know what, I'm here to have fun. And Frostless is not a mon that I've used in Draft League before, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong with that, but I was like, you know what? Let's bring another ice type to the team, and also a ghost typing, which could be useful against fighting types. So that is all of the trades. So Mega Scizor, Reuniclus, Rhydon, and Hariyama will be gone. Hariyama starting from week 7, and all the other monsters that I mentioned before are gone right now. And we got back Frostless and also Mega Medicam, Alakazam, Piloswine, and of course Seviper. So that's the trades. I know this is like a very long intro to the actual match, but at least you guys are now informed about that. So let's just go and dive into the match itself. My team is as followed. We have Piloswine, as mentioned before, Yveltal, Mega Medicam, Primarina, Substrika, and the Seviper, while my opponent is rocking out the Tapu Lele, Rayquaza, my god, Exadrill, Golbat, Milotic, and the Tyranitar. So how is my team looking? My team is looking as Fallout. My Piloswine is rocking the Eviolite, Tick Fat with Stealth Rocks, Ice Shot, Earthquake and Avalanche. Yveltal is rocking out the Choice Scarf with Dark Pulse, Oblivion Wing, Heat Wave and U-Turn. Mega Medicam is rocking, of course, the Medicam Knight, Pure Power with Drain Punch, Poison Jab, Ice Punch and Bullet Punch. Substrika is rocking out the Shocker Berry with Lightning Rod, Volt Switch, Hidden Power Ice, Thunderbolt and Overheat. And my Seviper is rocking out the Choice Scarf, Infiltrator with Poison Jab, Night Sledge, Switcheroo, if we can maybe do some, you know, switching of the items tactic, but also Final Gambit. And my Seviper is a fully invested speed and also fully invested HP. So, you know, if we can click Final Gambit, we're going to do it. But let's just dive into the match, shall we? I will make sure I'll put up the timestamp of when the actual match starts, or the team building scenario, because that was one hell of an intro. But at least now the whole trade situation has been dealt with. Maybe in the future I will do like actual trade videos when it comes to Draft League format when Generation 8 will drop. But let's go into the match as mentioned. I'm going to start out with Piloswine because Piloswine 9 of the 10 times is a good switch in to any of his team, as he leads with the Tapu Lele. The Tapu Lele will fire off a Psychic, and that's going to do amazing damage with the crit. But we are going to get the Stealth Rocks up, so that's very, very, very good for us that the Stealth Rocks are up. And he's going to click Psychic again and kill off my Piloswine. So very unfortunate to lose Piloswine like very early on in the match, but at least the Stealth Rocks are up, and now we're going to go into Seviper. And I said to Seviper, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. You don't have to do this, Seviper. You don't have to do this. But Seviper didn't care. He went for the Final Gambit. It's going to knock off the Golbat, but it's going to take care himself as well. Randy the Seviper sacrificed himself to get a kill, to get rid of the Golbat. And now his potential defog user is now gone, and the Stealth Rocks are still on his side of the field. But then this thing comes in, and I'm now in my Mega Medicam, and here I was like, okay, if this thing is Choice Scarfed, we're gonna go and have a bad time. And I'm actually searching the team spread that he has right now, because he did show me his team. And then I can also inform you guys what he was running, because he did leave a poke paste of his team. And I am of course going to do the same in this video as well. So if you want to see my team as followed, you can check out the description below. But he was a Choice Scarfed Rayquaza. So I took the bet here. This was just a 50-50 bet that I had to take. We have Ice Punch. If he wasn't Choice Scarf, I would have outspeeded, and Ice Punch would do amazing damage. I should have known that him going into his Rayquaza should say that he was Scarf, but I was going for the bet here, and of course Dragon Accent was going to annihilate me, and that's going to take care of the Mega Medicam. So not a quite good debut for Mega Medicam here. So I'm just going to go into my Substrika now, which is of course Shocker Berry. He's now stuck into Dragon Ascent, which is a flying type move, which means he will not do that much against my Substrika. In comes the Tyranitar with Sandstream, and I was like, oh my god. Mega Tyranitar, by the way, and I went for the Hidden Power Ice, which is not going to do that much against the Tyranitar, of course. So right away from the start, we lost Mega Medicam, we lost Piloswine, and we lost Seviper. Seviper, of course, getting the Final Gambit kill, sacrificing himself to make sure that he at least got a kill, to at least get rid of the Golbat or anything else that wants to come in. So F in the chat for Seviper, please. Meanwhile, the Mega Tyranitar on his side will put up the Stealth Rocks on my side, so now both Stealth Rocks are on both sides of the fields. And here we have Primarina with the choice specs. He's of course going to switch out into Mavis, which is his Milotic. And yeah, Milotic, a fat Pokemon like Hyper Voice will be not very effective because we are liquid voice, of course. And I already knew that this was going to be a tough matchup. This was the first time that I'm using mons that I got in the trade that I wanted to try out because it would suit my playstyle much more. But that Rayquaza, like Choice Scarf Rayquaza, and he also brought a Choice Scarf Tapu Lele on his side of the theme, which was a very, very good prep on his part. But I'm now fighting against a massive wall at the moment, like massive walls on his side of the field. So he's going to poison my Yveltal with the Milotic. Choice Scarfed Yveltal, of course. So the only thing that I could do was like U-turn to get the momentum back. I could click Oblivion to get HP back. I could click Dark Pulse in the hope that he would get flinched. But of course, because I'm toxic, I am on a timer, so I am playing risky at that point. I am going to click Dark Pulse, hope I get the flinch. I didn't get the flinch there, so he can now recover all of his lost HP back. The Sandstorm will subside now, so that's a little bit chip damage now gone, but I still am poisoned, which is still hurting my Yveltal, because again, it's on a timer like now. So here I was like, I can just go for another Dark Pulse and try to flinch him again, but that will just take me either further when it comes to my HP on the Yveltal. So I just decided to switch out into the Primarina, as he's actually going to switch out into his Tapu Lele. Not sure if he predicted me switching out after that. If he did, then a massive, massive, massive applaud to his side. But again, the Tapu Lele is Choice Scarfed. He's going to fire off a Moonblast. It's not going to kill the Primarina. And I'm going to fire off my own Moonblast, because Moonblast is doing more damage than any of the other moves that my Primarina have. But it's not going to the kill of the Tapu Lele, and the next Moonblast from the Tapu Lele will kill off my Primarina. So now the only Pokemon that are left on my side of the field, if I'm not mistaken, are Substrika, which will come in right now, and the Yveltal. So yeah, at this point I was just hoping that we could get the differential back a little bit lower, because we're now at a 5-0 loss. But I am going to spoil you guys. I'm going to spoiler for you guys. We're not gonna get the differential any lower. We're gonna go and lose this match with 5-0. I went for the overheat here in case he wants to stay in, just trying to do as much damage as possible. I could have just went for the Thunderbolt, but that would have not, you know, done that much. So I went for the Volt Switch here, just try to get momentum back going into my Yveltal again, and maybe then I can try to do some stuff. But yeah, I can already assure you guys we're going to lose this match with a 2-0. He's going to click Stone Edge. That is going to kill off the Yveltal. And then then Substrika will come in. And of course Substrika. The only thing that I could have done is hit the Thunderbolt, hope to paralyze it, him getting paralyzed, and then click another Thunderbolt and just hope that it would die. Because of that, then just hoping on the Paraflinch, but as you can see, the Crunch will kill off the Substrika. My apologies. Got a black moment there, and that is going to kill off. But the reason why I went for the overheat as well is, of course, he still had the Excadrill in the back. If I went for Thunderbolt, and here you go, he goes into his Excadrill. Like, the only thing that I could have done was Thunderbolt. Hope to paralyze it, or if he gone into the Excadrill on the Thunderbolt, hope that I outspeed it, that he's not Choice Scarf. And I think he was a C move, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was Rockium Z, so I would have outspeed it? Question mark? Not sure. I am kind of invested in speed, so the only thing that would have mattered because of that was differential. Let's be honest about that. The only thing that would have saved me in that would have been the differential. I would have maybe lost with 4-0 instead of 5-0. But, you know, we tried our hardest to, you know, use some other mons with the trades, and I really wanted to use the Viper in, like, I saw Seviper got Final Gamut, and I saw the HP stat of Seviper, and I was like, if I can use this right, if I put like every invested in HP and every invested in speed and also put a Choice Scarf on it, Final Gambit could one-hit KO a lot of his side of the field. I think Depending on his spread on Exodrill, with the stealth rocks up, Final Gambit could have even killed the Exodrill. It would have killed the Rayquaza no matter what, if it was not HP invested, if I'm not mistaken. The Golbat just went down, as you saw in the video. I think the only mon that would have potentially taken a hit is Milotic because of its defense, but I don't know, well, not the defense, but the HP maybe, but Tapu Lele would have gone as well if he stayed in. If he stayed in, my Seviper would have been gone because he was Choice Scarf as well. So him switching out, I think he thought that I was Focus Sashed Seviper, and he did not want to risk me going for the Poison Jab after him hitting Psychic with potentially killing off the Seviper and then not and live on the Focus Sash. So he was very scared of that, so he went into the Golbat. But that gave me idea that, hey, Focus Sash Viper, that's actually not a bad idea. So I might actually be using that as well. And you know, that's the thing that I love about Draft Leaks. And I know I'm dragging the outro along again, but I just want to say that that's what I love about Draft Leaks in general. Using mons that you don't see that often, or are considered bad, or are just put in the lower tiers, and then use them and just have fun with them, you know, and bring like fun sets and hopefully surprise the opponent. And with the Seviper from today, I think I kind of surprised my opponent. He wasn't expecting Final Gambit. I could have gone for Switcheroo, and then I would have gotten his Eviolite, but that would have not worked out. If he was like Black Sludge maybe, that could have been funny as well, but I'm dragging this on for too long. Thanks to Puffy Pachirisus, Sparks the God, coach of the Puffy Pachirisus, for this fun match. Like, I lost 5-0, but we still had fun. Thanks to Lantern Joe for recording this week's BBL video. His link will also be in the description below, as well as all the other coaches that are in the BBL Season 3. Next week we have the match against Aaron2420, coach of the Calgary Infernapes, but I'm not sure if that match will be uploaded then or later, because we postponed the match itself because Aaron had to go to the hospital for his appendix, if I'm not mistaken. So if you have time, go to his channel as well, Aaron2420, show him some love, subscribe to him, watch his sites, watch his battles of the BBL. He's a very, very fun Draft League player in terms of commentary style, in terms of battling, and he deserves a lot more subs than he has right now, so be sure to check that out as well. And I'm going to end this video off here. So yeah, there may be a BBL match next week, there may not be a BBL match next week. Follow me on Twitter for the latest updates on that. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like button, comment, share this video, slash subscribe button down below, and hit the bell icon, because then you'll get notified every time I upload a new video, and that is sincerely appreciated. But I'm going to end the video off here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.